There is no better feeling in poker than taking down the tournament and picking up the win, and today we put ourselves in a great position with a big stack going into the final table. But as they often do in poker, things really start to not go our way. So today we find out if we can overcome the final table hurdles and take down the 250 freeze out on GG Poker. So I really was not planning on recording today. I know I always say that, but I actually have a cold at the moment, as you can probably tell. So if I don't sound quite as enthusiastic as normal, that is why. But I'm currently 3rd out of 17 in this 250 tournament, approaching the final table. So I thought, you know what, I'll just record anyway. I'll push through it. I can't not record this. Like, if I went on and won, I would be gutted if I didn't record it. This Yeg guy is not folded yet. I'm just going to click this one back. Let's have a clicking war. Come on. Is he going to take the bait? He does. I mean, he's probably just got a big hand. Queens. Come on, hold. Yes! We just wrap it up on the flop. Unless he went on to make quads, but that would be hell of a bad beat that it would be worth seeing. Wow, what a hand there. Man, we are going to have a huge chip lead here. That was such a huge one to win. 1st out of 16. Man, we could be in for a big one tonight here. And it looks like I turned on the recording just about the right time. I think I could definitely make a case for just trapping that aces there. But yeah, I don't know. I was happy with the way I just clicked it anyway. I don't think at this stage people in these 250s are mixing in enough like 4-bet bluffs like that. So I'd actually probably be more inclined to kind of trap that one if we were in like a 5k tournament or something. Right, against the 4 big blind stack, queen deuce. Just going to be running this one. Is he going to call off? He does. What's he got? We can't see. Ace king. We get there. I mean, is this just going to be our night? Are we going to take this one down? Come on, no ace or king or 8. Oh, it's an ace. Gets there on the river. Alright, you can have that. 9 big blind pot. I'm not going to get too worked up about it. So we are going to have quite a few shoves in this spot, but we're definitely just going to want to open 10s because like we snap this one off if we see any shoves from the blinds. It means that if they just hit something on the flop, quite a lot of the time they just end up shoving when we bet and we get it all in with the 10s, but we just see the fold anyway. Honestly, if we saw like shoves from either of these two, I would literally just be snap folding. It's not worth it when we've got such a dominant chip lead. We want to just be winning these like small pots often rather than engaging in like massive shoves, especially when it's just like ace jack, which is kind of going to be marginal against their shoving range when we're like so close to the final table. It's simply not worth it, especially when you've got a table like this where obviously they're supposed to be tighter, but this table in particular has been very, very tight. Like, I've not seen this guy play a hand in God knows how long. But don't get me wrong, he might have just not picked up many hands at all, but we get it through to the big blind. Is he even going to bother getting on the action here? No, he doesn't. Like, that's the thing. We can just put so much pressure on. I mean, King Jack's a hand we're opening anyway, but it doesn't matter if that's 7 deuce here. Like, still going to be profitable just opening it, given that we're just facing absolutely no aggression here whatsoever. I'm actually just going to call with the Jack 10. This guy is quite a decent reg, and I think he's going to know that I am 3-betting pretty loose. But I'm happy just seeing a flop with Jack 10 suited here, to be honest. Like, I kind of don't want to just put in a small raise and then end up folding. But usually I'm playing almost no calls with, like, in these ICM type spots. But I'm happy just throwing in a call with the Jack 10 here. I'm just going to play cautiously and check this one back on flop. He shouldn't have too many bets now on this turn. Like, he should probably play quite a lot of checks here because that 8 is going to be a card that favours our range for sure. And we're going to start betting. We're going to go 75%. But the thing is, I imagine even like his jacks, queens, if he decided to check those over, they're going to be checking turn again. So if he calls with 75% bet on the turn, then I may actually be checking back quite a lot of rivers. Like, I don't think it's worth going for thin value in this spot. Yeah, he calls, especially on the heart river. We're just checking this one for sure. Ace queen. Nice. Okay, so here we have it. We have made the final table. Jack 5, we're going to be folding this one. So we've got 87 blinds. We're 2nd in chips. This guy won a big pot to get us to the final table. So he does have a nice chip lead here, but like 87 blinds. And there's a lot of these which obviously had the blinds reset, but these are all going to be on short stacks very soon. So yeah, nice position. 2nd in chips. Okay, queen 8 suited. We can open. 2 folds here. We see a fold from the big stack, which is what you want. Don't want to be engaging any pots with him anytime soon, and certainly not with Queen 8 suited, that's for sure. Is Alves going to call? Is he going to shove? Let's see. I think he might be lining up a shove here, given how long he's taken. It's a good flop. We're just going to min bet this one. He's going to shove like all his 10s, his diamond draws. But yeah, we take it down. Okay, we see the first all-in of the final table. Ace 9, kings. Wow. He picked up a hand just in the nick of time. Is he going to hold? It looks like it. Just the ace on the river. Oh, it is an ace on the river. We'll take that. I mean, it's not too much of a deal for us because we're obviously sat deep stacked. Oh wow, we see another shove here. 2 short stacks getting into battle. Kings versus 10-9. Okay, it's certainly not looking good for this guy now. Yeah, and he's dead, so he's pretty much down and out. So we're going to be up to 2.6k, down to the last 7 now. Things are looking good, and our stack's only getting bigger, not smaller, which again is very good signs. Ace King, here we go. Hopefully we don't face a raise from Patrick here. We don't. It's certainly not the greatest of flops. With Ace of Clubs, King of Spades, I'm just going to check this one back. Hell of a turn card. I don't expect him to bet too often here, and yet he checks it over. I think definitely with 2 hearts, 2 diamonds on board here, we're going to size up a little bit. We're going to go pot. And nice. Okay, we got queens. Honestly, from the button, I actually don't mind just flatting here. Like, queens just plays great post-flop in position anyway. And yes, we are big stack, but at the same time, do we want to like bother raising and getting it in against ace king? I mean, I'm just happy just seeing a flop here. Definitely going to start betting on flop when he checks it over. Oh, what a turn card. Like, we could consider trapping here, but at the same time, I just think, like, if we bet, we're still going to get calls from all those, like, ace kings, those ace 10s, whereas I think, like, for example, if he has a pocket 9s, we're not going to be getting any more value with that anyway, so I quite like just continuing to bet here with the pocket queens. And we make the boat on the river. I mean, is he trapping a pocket 10s? I don't know. This has just turned out amazingly flat in this one pre-flop in the end. Because when you look at my range here, is he really going to think I have queens? Probably not. 10s perhaps, but yeah, it kind of looks like I'm just piling on loads of aces. Oh my god. We get so lucky. And wow, I mean, I escaped some danger there pre-flop by not raising with the queens, but wow. What a cooler. To be honest, it was actually quite nice play by him. Like, he just went for the trap knowing that I'm going to be putting a lot of pressure on as the big stack. And yeah, it didn't pay off for him, but whatever. GG's, unlucky. Right, again, Jack 6. We'll just check it back. Probably going to stab this one on the flop if he checks over. Or perhaps if he bets, I might throw in a raise. Yeah, I think I'm going to put in a raise here. I'm going to show him who's boss. Wow, he calls. I think we're going to want to keep betting this one. The good thing is, because this guy has been pretty tight, I just can't see him like shoving too much on the turn here. And yeah, we get it through. We put some pressure on and it paid off. Good stuff. We're actually kind of further in our chip lead now, which is nice. We've overtaken, obviously Patrick came in as the big chip leader at first, but we've kind of turned things around and I've been playing pretty well, to be honest. Don't think I've really put a foot wrong, which is what you want and obviously what I should expect. With 2 players in the pot, I'm not going to bother like bluffing this one. We're just going to check this one back. What the hell? 8-6 jacks. Oh wow. Come on, hold. So unless it's a 7, it's not. It's a king. So we see another bust out, and now we're down to the last 5. That's 4.4k wrapped up now. This final table is going exactly how we wanted it to. All right, we got jacks in the big blind. Hopefully Patrick folds, so we can just see a shove here and cool off. He just opens. I think we're just going to flat this one. Like, if we just raise the jacks here and he just ripped it, for example, like, we have to fold, which is just kind of gross. Chippy V, jacks here. Is he going to want to be raised on this flop? I think I am going to throw in a raise. Like, jacks is still a little bit vulnerable, just as I say that. An ace comes on the turn. We're going to want to be checking quite a lot of our range now. And certainly with the jacks, we're just going to be checking. Hopefully we see a check back. The only problem is, like, we're certainly going to come up against some sort of, like, ace 10 type hands now. I guess I still have to call versus this small sizing. Could he bet, like, a king 10 here? It's certainly possible, but I doubt it. Yeah, I don't think we can fold just yet. But I don't expect us to be good all that often here, to be honest, with the jacks. I just don't see him having too many bluffs here. And I think when I raise flop and then he bets turn, is he really going to fire many bluffs on this river? I just don't think so. Like, especially when the board pairs as well. Is he going to be like blasting off his like 8-9s? Yeah, I don't know. This just looks like he's squeezing out value here. He's probably got like either an ace-king or ace-queen or whatever that doesn't fold flop, or could even have an ace-10, but yeah, I don't think we want to call the jacks. Bit of an annoying one there. We lose quite a big pot, but whatever, it happens. Okay, another hand we can open, 10-9. We've been picking up some quite nice hands, to be fair. Patrick just calls. It's a decent flop, you could say. We'll start betting this one small. Let's not have a cooler spot here. Okay, there's no cooler spot as he just folds on the flop. Okay, we see an all-in. Ace-jack versus king-10. Okay, we need to hold here, and it's not going to hold. This isn't going quite so smoothly now. Some of these shorter stacks are kind of doubling up, building up their stacks a bit. That is not what you want. We could have done with a king-10 winning that one. All right, we've got ace-jack in the big blind. We are just going to call. Pretty good flop. It could end up getting a little dicey though if he starts barreling 3 streets here. Just make it easy. Give us the queen of spades on the turn. It's not the queen of spades, it's the 9 of spades, but our hand's still pretty strong here. He checks it back. The king of spades isn't great as he's going to have quite a few checkbacks with king x here. So I guess with ace jack we now just go for a block bet on river. Hopefully we don't get raised. We beat his lower ace x, which is good. If I get raised, I don't think I'm going to call this one. I really do just think he spiked a king on the river and got lucky here. Honestly, I've seen this guy play so passively throughout this whole tournament. Like, we're getting great odds, but I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to make a big lay down here. I think he's just spiked the king on the river. And I just don't see him really taking that line with many bluffs when he like checks back turn and then raises us on the river. And especially not for that sizing as well. I just think he had us beat. Yeah, this has really kind of turned around, but we've now picked up ace-king, so hopefully our luck changes back the other way again. I mean, this is just such a good squeeze shove spot here. The only thing is, I guess he can still have some like 10s, jacks, queens that might end up calling our shove and we have to flip against. And the thing is, if he calls, like, this is just always a pocket pair. We're just always flipping here. Like, I just rarely think this is anything other than like 10s or jacks or whatever when he just flats the button and then calls our shove, but we get it through, which was kind of important, to be honest, and we got a few extra chips by the fact that he called as well, which is nice. We see a bit of action on the flop here. Are we going to see an all-in? The short stack in the big blind decides to raise on flop. Is he going to rip it on turn? Wow, this looks very strong. I would be pretty concerned if I was this Pesque Pagu player here. Like, this does kind of just look a bit of a milk me size in here, and this guy has been very, very tight, so I would be getting out of the way of a lot here. King 4 versus 6-3. Yeah, I knew it was going to be strong. I mean, I don't approve of this play with the King 4. I'd be getting out of there straight away. Not against everyone, of course, but against this player, I would be. That has really made things interesting. We now have 5 of us all on the same stack sizes pretty much. I mean, you don't see this very often at a final table. Oh wow, we see shove, 5s versus... Oh no. Yes! Thank God for that. Come on. Do not put a 4 or 5 out there. Phew. Feel a bit sorry for this guy. Flops the set, he rivers the flush and then just loses the 5s versus the ace-3. But, you know, I'm not going to feel too sorry for him. I'll take the pay jump. 4 deuce here. I mean, come on. Give me a hand that I can actually do something with. Yeah, I think given that we're short stacked, I think we have to call this one off, to be honest. Jack 4, come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a river. Whew, that was close. Man, thank God for that. And that puts us in the chip lead. I thought we were out and then suddenly we get on the river. Man, I cannot believe that. Oh wow, Pesquet versus Patrick. Queens versus Kings, what a cooler. So he's going to be short stack. Would have been nice if the Queens won, but it doesn't matter too much. We'll take having him on like an 8 big blind stack. That'll do. We kind of got to be careful now because given that this guy has the chip lead and we have a short stack, he can leverage that ICM to his advantage very easily here, because the shorter stacks can play a little bit looser, whereas us being that kind of middle stack or that second in chips, we have to be pretty tight in this situation. We take this 9-8 down on the flop though, which is what you want. Okay, so Dan TV, the Chinese player, shoves. Patrick calls off, obviously, with his ace-queen, but he hits the 4 on the flop. Is it going to hold? Hopefully it does, so we're down to the final 3. No ace or queen on river. Come on, it's blue, only a queen. And yes, he does hold. So we are down to the final 3. We have 7.5k wrapped up now. Let's go. Okay, he limps. We check back the 10-5. Decent flop, middle pair. Probably going to bet this one quite a decent amount. He doesn't, he checks back. We're definitely just checking this one back for sure. Thing is, he probably starts to bet like his king 10s, queen 10s, but some of his like 10-9, 10-7, all those type hands that still have us beat. Probably check turn again here, but I think we can start to bet. I think it's just about strong enough to bet this one on turn. A little bit of protection and we get it through. We can see a flop with 6-4. Couldn't be a worse flop. He checks back, but we're never doing anything here. Fold. Ace-8, hopefully we see a fold from Prague. He kind of tanked quite a lot pre-flop, and I think he might have kind of a marginal shove here. Sat 9 blinds. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with it. Queen-Jack, yes, let's go, come on. Yes, ace on the flop, no king. Come on, let's not see any paint. Let's go, come on. Yes, I was right about the kind of tanking on the flop as well. I thought he just had a hand which was kind of a bit of a marginal shove. Nice, come on. King 4. I suppose we have to cool off here. Yeah, 4 extra blinds. It's 8-5. Come on, let's get this second place at least. No. Come on. That's going to put us back equal again. Man. Okay, well we held with the ace-8, which is good, but I would have liked to won that one. That would have been an extra 2 point something K there. Ace-queen now. Come on, hopefully he shoves. If he folds, then we just jam, but wow, he just min raises. Let's hope he's not got a monster here. Yeah, maybe he's got a hand that he just didn't want to shove. Is he going to cool off though? That's the question. Nope, he folds. Okay, that's good. We're widening the gap again a little bit. Hopefully we see a side cool off here. That would be nice. We do. Come on. Queen 9 versus... No, King 10. Oh, get there. Come on. Heart. Come on. Give us red on the river, please. No. It's a deuce. And now that puts us back in short stack. Man, this guy. He just will not go. He just keeps doubling up. Okay, we got ace-jack now. This is good. We just open rip this one. Don't mind getting called off either here because he's going to be cooling off worse for sure. So this is actually a pretty good spot. Yeah, he calls. Come on. Quick king 9. Come on. Ace. Okay, there's a king though. Let's not celebrate too early. So king or 9. Come on. Could be a 9. It's a 5. Let's go. Are we going to be in chip lead now? We are, but only very just. And it's crazy how things turn around. Like this guy that was leading is now just sat in last place. We're going to fold out the 9-6. Oh, we see a call. Ace-5. Come on, hold. No, man. When will this end? Everyone just keeps winning all of their flips. I mean, so do I guess, but yeah. Ace-king. Come on, here we go. Shove, shove. He should be shoving quite wide here. I am snapping this off. I mean, what the hell is this? Like, I did not expect to just see a min raise, but I'm all for it. Oh god, this looks strong. Jacks. Oh, it is strong. No. This guy, man, he just does not lose an all in. Yes! Come on! River again. Oh, thank God. Just as I said, he does not lose any all-ins. We just get there and secure the second place finish at least, but that is not what we're going after. We're wanting this win. 30 bigs versus 20 bigs. Man, what a river card. Ace Queen. Let's see a raise here, please, Dante. We don't, but it's hell of a flop. We're just going to try and go 3 streets here. I was going to say if he raises, then I might choose this one as a little bluff raise candidate, but I think we'll just check back with a king 6 suited once he limps. We're still going to be calling to just a min bet on flop. So good turn card. Probably king 6 suited isn't going to want to be one of those ones which just like rips here on turn, because there's still like a chance that we could be ahead. And against this 3x size, I think I'm just going to call it down. That's not ideal. But I actually think, because I'm going to have very limited bluffs on this board, I think it's okay to fire this one as a bluff on river. We're not going to obviously want to shove here because it's like feasible that he could just have diamonds, but even like his ace X is going to be pretty concerned here against this river bet. Yes, we get it through. Nice. I thought that was going to be one that we could just get through, and yeah, good stuff. Ace 10. I think we're just going to limp and juice here. Maybe it's going to backfire. We'll just check back. Ace on turn. Let's go. We're going to pot it now. Can I still shove for value? I think I'm supposed to shove for value here. The problem we have is that probably a lot of his ace X is going to be shoving pre-flop, and that limits him to having like a 6 or deuce that we beat here. And are we ever getting value from those? Probably not. I'm just going to play really nitty here. Yeah. And it paid off. 8-7. Thought that went through, and it was a good decision just to check that, because I just don't think we were getting value from anything. So there was just no point really shoving. I'm just going to rip the ace 5. We're going to just put in a raise here. Obviously cool off if he shoves. Big spot. I mean, this is it. This is an all-in for the tournament win here, because we're pretty much on similar stack sizes here. Ace 3 versus ace 10 for the win. Come on, hold. Hold for the win. Come on. It's blue. I mean, we could chop. Yes. Come on. I've deserved that, man. So after watching that, what can I say? Check out SprasesAces.com, and as always, the most important thing, hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you tune in for the next one.